going on, Chicago? Happy Monday. It is 𝙄𝙉𝙎𝙋. Welcome to the page. Like it, share it, subscribe to it right now. Hopefully, by the end of this, you will be educated. Re-educate African-American children today. Re-educate all American children today. And so I say it is Make a Decision Monday. It is time that we come together and make a decision. Pick a side. Chicago can't keep teetering. 1 minute, we are pro-protest and we are pro-rights of us. We are pro-stopping, defunding the police from just doing whatever they want to do. How you doing? And then the next minute, it's like, lock them up. Whoever those people is, whoever they are animals. And so today, I just want to talk about change for real and why things are happening for real. And so the first thing I want to tackle is, let's take out Black America, brown America, white America, whoever is using this terminology of them, they, those. This morning I've been reading things on the internet. It says things such as these animals, those people should be shot. It's like, for 1 second, I just want all Black Americans to understand, every time you say they, them, those, you are categorizing, right? You are stereotyping. And one thing about stereotypes is most of the time it's based on a racist ideology. It's based on a ideology of control. And so I beg y'all to stop saying they, because as most people, see, I almost did it. It's just a natural thing. As most people have been posting that them, they should be, I just challenge you to understand that it's the same language that the oppressor uses forever. That's the same language that the oppressor has always used to oppress us. And so I just challenge you to be careful with those words. And so I ask y'all, everybody who's listening, everybody who has an opinion is, since when do we start at the bottom to fix the problem? So it's like, let's talk parenting, for example. If your child burns himself between the ages of, 0 through 10, if they burn themselves real bad, they get hurt real bad, they'll blame the parents for negligence. They'll blame the parents for not being good parents. All kind of things will happen, right? Another such case is when a woman is raped or beaten, right? They don't tell the woman she's wrong, or they used to, but they don't tell the woman these days, you wrong for wearing what you're wearing. That's why you got raped. Or you shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't look that way. That's why you got beat, right? And so what I'm saying to y'all is this. Before you condemn Black America, who is looting and protesting and doing anything out of anger, anything out of frustration, or just overall ignorance, right? Before you condemn or criticize, you must first ask why they're doing that. Why are they looting? There's the answer to that question. And so I just ask all of America, all of Chicago, before you agree with the masses that our children should be shot, locked up, all of these things, I just ask you why. The government can't even agree on laws. Mayor Lightfoot, who I love, can't even agree on her decision making. Just a month ago, she was in support of the looters. She was in support of the protesters. She was in support of the rioters because they had a voice, correct? And so now, because it's not George Floyd, that same message is what? Now it's criminality. Now we need to lock them up and throw away the key. I'm saying that I'm not agreeing with protesting. I haven't stolen anything. I'm sorry, looting. I haven't stolen anything since this thing began, right? The old me, of course, I would have done it. But this me, I just want to re-educate African-American children and people today. So what I'm saying is this. How do you blame the oppressed and not the oppressor? How do you deal with the oppressor first without dealing with, how do you deal with the oppressed first without dealing with the oppressor? So it's like to have this conversation of a war on drugs, a war on gang violence, a war on guns, right? Have y'all noticed the trick? They love to start in our neighborhoods when that's not where the war should be started. The war should be started at the White House. The war should be started at the government official places that allow the drugs, the guns, and all of these things to penetrate our cities. So it's like, you mad at the 15-year-old boy who has an assault rifle. Ask yourself, how in this country was he able to get his hands on an assault rifle? And so when you deal with those issues, you find the bigger picture. When you deal with the issues of, we don't own boats, submarines, planes, helicopters, none of the vessels in which keys and hundreds of stockpiles of guns come here. We don't own any of that. So before y'all condemn the hood, before y'all condemn the neighborhood, I ask that you condemn the politician. I ask that you condemn the lawmakers, because the Constitution and all the laws were not designed with black folks in mind. And so for y'all good thinking people to want to uphold every aspect of it, I just challenge you to ask yourself why. It was written to keep your people down. It was written to keep your people oppressed. So yes, we shouldn't be shooting. We shouldn't be looting. But what the hell are we supposed to do? So for all of y'all who of the mindset of we need to do something about these children, I agree to you. That's what re-educating them is about. I agree we need to re-educate them. I just also disagree with starting there. I say we start at the lawmakers, because there's a reason that these babies feel so much oppressed that they just, every time something happens, the first thing they think about is, oh, it's time to hit a lick, it's time to come up. And so first y'all was complaining that they was in the communities doing it. Now they went downtown and they went to the high affluent neighborhoods to make a statement. Every time you kill one of us in the streets, something's liable to happen. Every time you decide to stand on one of our necks, something's liable to happen. What is that something? I'm so happy that people aren't just marching anymore. It takes more than just marching. And I'm not condoning violence, but what I am condoning and what I am asking America and Chicago in particular is, if all other things have been exhausted, what do you expect? What do you expect? Pick a side. Make a decision Monday. Like, decide who you with. You can't be with both. You can't say defund the police, but he's justified. You can't say lock them all up, but it's wrong that they have to go through this. Like, I just don't understand Chicago. I don't understand America, because if we are the most oppressed, if we are the most held back, if we are the most prejudiced, discriminated against, if we are all of these things, how do you expect us to respond? What are we supposed to do? And so it's before you blame, no matter if he was 15, 16, or 20, before you blame him, I ask that you challenge yourself to think why his mind is the way it is. Why does he think that's his only option? Why is he even that way? And so until we deal with why, I will never agree with any of you people condemning the babies. I say it and you can share it, you can like it now. I am pro the babies. Until the government decides to come up with a stimulus package that will feed them, get them out of their oppressed situation, do better by them, I support taking it. And so that if we can change, or if we can tolerate America and all of their gangsterism, all of their criminality, since the beginning of time, man. I mean, just do a little history. America has taken everything in which it stands for and has built this entire country on the backs of the oppressed. And so until y'all deal with the reason we are oppressed, the reason there is drugs, liquor stores, all of these derogatory things in certain specific demographic places, don't talk to me about no group of babies going downtown and taking what they don't have in the first place. How do you expect them to eat? Unemployment is at an all-time high. Jobs losses at an all-time high. Ain't nobody hiring these same they, those, them that which you speak of. And ain't nobody hiring, period. So they were already oppressed. And then you come with COVID, and then you come with Trump and all his madness, and then you expect what? You expect what? And so while y'all condemning the protesters and the looting, I just say, make sure that your anger is directed in the right spot. Make sure that your frustration is directed in the place that it should be. And in my opinion, it's not them, they, those, it's the babies. No. You need to backtrack fully backtrack. find out the reason why. Quickly, let's talk about the mayor. And who am I, right? I just have an opinion, but I can't tell you some facts. A little bit over a month ago, Mayor Lightfoot was in support of all of the looting, the protesting. She even went as far as to say Trump on national TV. And so if you don't see from just a common sense standpoint that the system been broke, and it's more broken now than ever. Anytime you got a educated sister who has chased her whole life to be the politician that she is, made history in one of the most iconic cities, who has enough balls and enough courage to stand on national platform and say F the president, then you must know it's a much deeper game going on. It's life or death for real. And so now the mayor under pressure, you saw Trump with his tanks and all his things of his threats. If you don't do this, we're gonna do this. Our mayor is stuck between a rock and a hard place because Black America can't even decide to come together to protest. We can't even fight right. Like, every time something happened, we divide it. Tear it down, burn it up, march, pray. I'm saying let's just get on one accord. Whatever that one accord is, other than marching, because I'm just tired of marching, and particularly myself. For all the people who are doing something, I'm not criticizing your movement. I'm not criticizing the efforts that you are taking. I'm standing up for babies that look like me. I'm standing up for all these people that y'all saying just kill them, shoot them up, lock them up. That was me. That's who I was. That's who I used to be. And by the grace of God, I was educated and I was given another chance to change. And so before you do them in, I'm just saying give them a chance. Because right now at 15, 12, 11, 22, most of Black America, especially in Chicago, don't got no chance. And so that's it. I get frustrated and I just want to, instead of lashing out and being angry, I want to open up for a real conversation, real dialogue, just real factual talks about why is Chicago in the state in which they was. If you've been following me, you know I called it. I said right after COVID, if we don't grab our babies, it's gonna be one of the most deadliest summers ever. And true to form is happening. But what y'all don't get is, ain't no money for these babies. Ain't no resources for these babies. Ain't no food for these babies. Y'all just saying, lock them up. What that's gonna do, they've been locking us up for everything since the beginning of time. What is that gonna do? How does that change the baby that come behind the nephew that you just locked up? How does that change the daughter that comes behind the mother that you just locked up? Where's the education? They took out funding for education in the jails. Like, when are we gonna deal with the problem? So yes, I am in direct opposition of chasing these babies down who is looting, recording their license plates, recording their faces, because first you must deal with Trump. First you must deal with the government who oppresses us and does everything in their power to keep us held back before you condemn that baby who is only doing what he has been taught, or his parent who has been oppressed and stood on for their entire life. You have generations of fear going on, people. The grandmama's scared because she got stomped out, which in made the mother scared, which in turn made the granddaughter scared, which in turn made her great-grandbaby scared. Does that make sense? Let me try it again. So the grandfather got his neck stepped on. His son got his neck stepped on. His son did too. And now you got our babies who is fighting back. I'm saying that get y'all scared behinds off the couch and make a decision on this Monday. Stop calling them animals. Stop criticizing them until you understand their plight. As I said before, I am them. They are me. And so I will fight with you every day of the week. I will fight for them every day of the week, because who else will? Is anybody fighting the government? All y'all saying is vote, vote, vote. And the same story been said since the beginning of time. And so if it takes violence, if it takes anarchy, if it takes chaos, I still say get with the government and change it. Make a way for our babies to eat. Make a way for them not to see their little sister starving in the house. You think they're not supposed to run in the Gucci store and people out here killing the police? The government can't even decide on a stimulus package to keep you fed. But yet you got a criticism of the baby who went and fed his family. You celebrate Thanksgiving? Hey, Chicago, y'all all celebrate Thanksgiving, right? You know what Thanksgiving is based on? Thievery, criminality. America decided to take some because they wanted it. And then they came back and they celebrated Thanksgiving. So until y'all boycott Thanksgiving and boycott America and all its dealings, how dare you criticize the babies that's looting? They got a damn right to loot. They got a damn right to fight back. This government, this society don't care about it. I mean, one thing happens and everybody got something to say. Go back into my timeline and you'll see that this been happening to Black America in every major city across the country for the last, 50 years? So until we deal with the why, let's get off Black America, re-educate African American children today. Until we deal with the why, let's get off Black America today. Make a decision Monday, pick a side, people. I'm on the side of the people who have been oppressed for 500 years. And I ain't anti-police. I'm saying I'm anti-system. I'm anti-constitution. I'm anti-everything that was written without Black, brown, and oppressed people in consideration. Women, like all these things that matter, just deal with the facts. When is the community, when is the neighborhood gonna matter? Have you all drove out west lately? Have y'all drove to the south side lately? Have you noticed the neighborhoods? It's been like that my whole life. So them same babies that grew up there same way their whole life, what you expect them to do? Where they resources at? Where they funds at? And so until you change the community, don't be mad that they come out of the community to do damage, because ain't no food in their community. What else? It's just been a lot, man. I've been frustrated all this day because I've been arguing with most of y'all on social media, talking about these babies in the manner in which, and then y'all talk about their parents. Raise your kids. Raise your kids. Okay, cool. I got that. Who gonna raise the government? Who gonna raise Trump? Who gonna help Lori Lightfoot decide which way to go? Because that sister know it's wrong. She been telling us it's wrong forever. But at the same time, she like, don't loot. Okay, baby, what you want us to do then? What should we do then? Because you got the power to put the money in the neighborhood, but yet, if you notice, downtown was fixed ASAP. It's places in the neighborhood still ain't been fixed. And now we condemning our same babies for coming back downtown, getting the same things that they are oppressed from. So Mayor, I challenge you to put some resources in the correct places. I challenge you to build back the parks. I challenge you to build back the Big Brother programs. I challenge you to give them another outlook. And then lastly, gang violence. Y'all know that REACT was designed to end gang violence, re-educate African American children today. That's my focus. That's the whole organization's focus, to stop each other from killing one another. And so, as I said during the George Floyd situation, I would rather our babies come together and tear every store down here to pieces than kill each other. What's more important, Gucci, Ferragamo, or the life? Do y'all know that 100 people got killed in Chicago in the month of July? Why ain't nobody talking about that? Why ain't they put up all these resources to figure that out? But because Gucci and Ferragamo and CVS and Walgreens downtown got popped, now everybody want to bring in the National Guard. Oh, our city's coming to an end. The world is ending. Really? Really? Well, check your facts. Black people been getting killed on these streets, first by the hands of the government, then by the hands of each other since the beginning of the time. When will you be as outraged? 40 children have died this year due to the hands of gang violence. The hell with the Gucci store, people. It's a much bigger issue out here that I need help with, that our babies need help with. The same people who have oppressed you your whole life is doing the same to our children, yet nobody seems to care. And so while y'all pay attention and scream and hoop and holler about all these things that are broken of owners and conglomerates that don't care about you in the first place, I challenge you to step into your own moral compass and ask yourself, what do you expect them babies to do? That's it. And so to my shorties, I say to y'all, stop killing each other. Band together, be a united force, and make them change it. Make them change it. Keep doing what you're doing until they change it. Be a little smarter. Put some masks and stuff on your face. Be a little smarter. Demand your change. Demand your change, because if you wait on somebody to give it to you, hey, go check that car. They look like they own something. Gotta be careful out here. These dudes is moving fast, like they will steal in a heart second. So, just gotta, and them was white boys. But you just gotta be careful in the community, man. And I will close with this. Everyone knows this is my opinion, but I challenge you to check the facts. And if you want to have a debate about it, let's talk about it. Because as I said before, I am these babies. I represent, if I can, they can too. So before you condemn them, give them a chance, educate them. You know how I got better? Somebody gave me a book. You know how I changed my life? Somebody gave me a book. They educated me. Stop condemning these babies and do something right by them, please. All the power of the universe is with us, because all the power of God is in us. I know it, I feel it, I believe it. Now all we gotta do is act as though it's true. We all died yesterday and woke up better today, knowing that our past, man, don't define our future. You hear me? Our past doesn't define our future. So I declare that the rest of our lives will be the best of our lives. I don't think we are Chicago. I don't think we are Black America. I know it. Brown America. I know it. Everybody who ever been a victim to the oppressors, I know it. We are it. We just gotta come together and decide. Make a decision Monday. You either with the side of the people or you on the side of the government. You don't get it both ways. The people and the government ain't never mixed. Just like the union and ownership ain't never mixed. You can't be in the union if you're an owner. Why? The union is for the people. So you cannot be in with the government and for the people. Not this government, because this government is not for the people. Re-educate African American children today. Y'all stay blessed, stay safe, and prayers with you, Chicago.